Isang magandang buhay para sa ating lahat. So may bago na naman po akong i-discuss, which is the propositions. Pero bago po muna i-discuss yan, please subscribe and like. Press the bell button para at least po updated po kayo sa aking mga lectures. Okay, so we're going to discuss for the propositions. I hope na naintindihan nyo muna yung discuss natin before sa sets para at least maintindihan nyo to. Okay, so we have the propositional logic. So, ang sabi dyan, statement. So, statement is the declarative sentence that can be true or false, but not both. So, yun yung ating propositional. Pwede siya maging true, pwede maging false, pero hindi siya pwedeng parehas. Okay. So, the truthfulness of falsity of a statement is called truth value. So, some statements are composites, which are composed of substatements and various connectives. Ito ang importante, yung magko-connect sa kanila. Okay. So, ano ba yung mga yon? So, check natin. So, we have example. For example, milk is white. So, alam natin na yung milk ay puti or white. So, ito ay, true. Pero pag chocolate milk, alam natin na hindi yun kulay puti, di ba? And then, so, absolute value of non-set or no set, 0. Alam din natin to ay true. Diba? So, humans are just fish with legs. Alam natin to na walang katotohanan. So, this is false. So, next. Una yun. The VCI is in region 3. So, alam natin to ay true. Okay, next. 7, negative 7 minus 9 is positive 16. Which is, alam natin na false. So, at least naiintindihan nyo yan, ha? Okay. So, we have the syntax. Propositions are denoted with capital P, Q, R. So, for example, lagyan natin P is for I cheated. Q is I wrote an exam. Ayan. Pero, ang pinaka-importante ginagamit natin talaga, itong mga lowercase, which is P, Q, R. Ayan. Are used for general proposition that have no meaning. Walang ibig sabihin yan. Ha? Basta ito yung ginagamit natin, yung P, Q, tsaka yung R. Okay. So, use them for the general proof. So, doon natin sila ginagamit. Okay. So, P is a well-formed formula or WFF. So, not P is a WFF. And then P and Q is WFF or well-formed formula. So, P and Q is a WFF and also P across Q is a WFF. For sabi niya, di ba, pag binasa mo not P. Ayan. So, the other one, P and Q, P or Q, and then if P, then Q. So, yun yung ibig sabihin na ito mga to, ha? Huwag nyo kakalimutan. Pag nakita mo to, not. Pag ito ay N, pag iyan ay or, and this one, if P, then Q. Parang gano'n. So, yan yung mga tatandaan natin. Kasi ito yung mga connecting. Yan, mga yan. Example, connectives pala, di ba? Okay, next. So, we have the type of connectives. First is the conjunction. So, any two statements can be combined by the word and. Ayan, yan ang importante. Tatandaan nyo yan. To form a composite statement which is called the conjunction of the original statements. Symbolically, the conjunction of the two statements P and Q is denoted by this one. Ayan yung symbol niya, di ba? P and Q. Di ba? So, we have example. So, let P be it is raining. And Q will be the sun is shining. So, then, P and Q denotes that ito yung statement na nabuo natin. It is raining and the sun is shining. Di ba? Kasi this represents as P. Ito yung N, and then this will be your Q. Di ba? So, yun yung ating nabuong conjunction. So, example ng conjunction. Kasi because we have the P, which is means by it's raining, and then Q, which is the sun is shining, and this one is the connectives or connecting na which is N, parang ganon. Okay, next example. The symbol N, or this one, can be used to define the intersection of two sets, specifically A union of B. So we have sets of X, and then element of A, and X is an element of B. So, di ba, alam natin yan, element yan. So, dapat talaga napag-aralan niyo yung sets, di ba? Okay, next. So, the truth value of the composite statement P and Q satisfies the following property. First, we have if P is true and Q is true, then P and Q is true. Otherwise, P and Q is false. Diba? So, yan yung condition. Pero mas madali ito. Yan. A convenient way to state this property is by means of a table as follows. For example, kung yung P natin ay true at yung Q natin ay true, so P and Q is true. Pero kung ang P natin is ay true, and then Q natin is false, P and Q natin ay false. Ayan. If our P is false and then Q is true, false yung ating P and Q. If P are false and then Q is false, and then yung P and Q natin ay false din. So, yan tatandaan yung table na yan. Importante yan. So, para at least alam nyo. Di ba? Next. So, the second type is disjunction, I mean. So, disjunction. Okay. So, any two statements can be combined by the word or. Ayan. Kung kanina, nakababa, ngayon, naka-open pataas. Di ba? Yung V natin na yan. So, to form a new statement which is called the disjunction of the P and Q is denoted by P or Q. Di ba? So, we have examples. So, for example, let P be he enrolled ITMS01, and let Q be he dropped ITMS01. So, then P or Q is the statement. There is statement. He enrolled ITMS01 or he dropped ITMS01. So, yun yung ating natin, statement natin na nabuo. So, ito yung P mo, and this is your Q. Ito yung or mo, di ba? P and P. Yan, P or Q, di ba? So, makita mo yan. Yan, example natin. So, the symbol V can be used to define the union of two sets. Specifically, A union of B. So, X of X is an element of A or X is an element of B. So, yan yung symbol natin ginagamit. Yan. Which is or. Yan, di ba? So, next for this junction. So, the truth value of the composite statement P or Q satisfies the following properties. So, if P is true or Q is true, or both P and Q are true, di ba? If P or Q is true, otherwise P or Q is false. O, check natin yung table. Okay, for example, kung yung P daw natin ay true, ang Q natin ay true, probably ang P or Q natin ay true. Pero kung P natin ay true at ang Q natin ay false, ang P or Q natin ay true. Di ba? our P natin is false and the Q is true, true pa rin ang P or Q natin. If our P is false and then Q is false, our P or Q is false. Nakita nyo ha? Kanina, doon sa conjunction, yung P natin, kung true, true lahat yun. Pero dito, kasi sa P and Q, once na nagkaroon ng false, false na agad. Dito sa disjunction, pag may true, makikita mo true pa rin. Di ba? Unlike na pagka false talaga, false na. O, di ba? So, yun yung difference ng dalawa. Tatandaan nyo yan, ha? Next type, we have negation. Given any statement, P, called the negation of P, can be formed by writing it is false that before P, or if possible by inserting P the word not. Ito, kasi ito yung symbol ng not. Yan natin. Symbolically, the negation of P is denoted by not P. Yan yung ating ginagamit. Okay, so we have example. Consider the following three statements. So Nevesia is located in region 3. It is false that Nueva Ecija is located in region 3. And Nueva Ecija is not located in region 3. So these are example of negation. So the truth value of the negation of a statement satisfies the following property. So if P is true, the not P is false. If P is false, then not P is true. Diba? O, for example, yan, no? Nakita mo, pagka daw yung P natin ay true, false daw yung not P natin. Pero yung P natin ay false, true yung not P natin. O, so, di ba? Baliktaran lang siya. So, yan lang tatandaan mo dyan. Okay. In other words, the truth value of the negation of a statement is always the opposite of the truth value of the original statement. So, makita mo magkabaliktad siya ang dalawa. Oh, so we have the conditional. Next type of connectives. So many statements, especially if mathematics are of the form of if P then Q, such statements are called conditional statements and are denoted by P across Q. So the conditional P across Q can also be read as P implies Q. Okay. So we have to consider the following statements. So first, if Nevesia is in region 3, then 2 plus 2 is 5, is equal 5. If Nevesia is in NCR, then 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So yun yung mga conditional. If Nevesia is in region 3, then 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So if Nevesia is in NCR, then 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Diba? So check natin yan. So the true value of the negation of a statement satisfies the following properties. So if the conditional P across Q is true unless P is true and Q is false. So di ba ito yung ikan. So pag true to, true yan, true. O, pag true to, false yung Q natin, false. So pag false ito, true yan, true ang ating P across Q. Pero kung false yan, true do yung across ng Q natin. Diba? Sa makikita yung conditional nila. Tsaka yung mga state. Okay, next. So an implication can be classified in terms of its relation with another conditional statement. So given the statement P and Q, if P across Q, then the conditional statement Q across P is called converse. Yan. And the conditional statement not Q across not P is called contrapositive. O, di ba? So next, the conditional statement not P across not Q is inverse. Yan. So yan yung mga tatandaan natin. So I have an example for given the statement, if x is equal to, then x cubed is equal to 8. So the converse of the implication, if x cubed is equal to 38, then x is equal to, diba? Yun yung converse. Kasi di ba sinabi nga natin dyan kanina, the conditional statement Q across P is converse. Okay. So the contrast of positive of the implication of if x cubed not equal to 8, then x is not equal to 2. So the inverse of the implication, if x not equal to 2, then x cubed not equal to 8. So ito yung mga tatandaan nyo yan. So last type of the connectives, the biconditional. So another common statement, if only if. Ayan, diba? So ito kung minsan if, only if. Ito yung mga ginagamit nila. So the form or simply called of only if. Ito yung ginagamit nila yan. So the statement are called by conditional statements and denoted by P if and only if Q. Diba? So we have example. Consider the following. So Nevicia is in region 3 if and only if 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Or Nevicia is in the NCR, so if only if 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So Nevicia is in region 3 if and only if 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And then Nevicia is in region NCR if and only if 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. So the truth value of the negation of the statement satisfy the following properties. So if P and Q have the same truth value, then P if and only if Q is true. And then if P and Q have opposite truth values, then P if and only if Q is false. So check natin yung table. So natin true, true, true. So true, false, false ito. So pag false to, false yun. 'Di ba? So false, false, true. So ganun din halos same ng condition na ng conditional sa kanilang statement. So the proper use of parenthesis bracket and braces as groupings, marks. So we have the parenthesis is used whenever the word both goes and with and either goes with or. So the representation of the following phrases are. Yan. For example, both P or Q and R. So yan o, di ba? P or Q and R. So yan yung ating ibig sabihin. So P or, ito yung or natin, Q and R. So either P and Q or R. So either P and Q or R. So yung mga symbol. So P and either Q or R. So it's either P and either Q or R. It's either Q or R. So since neither P nor Q is the same as not either P or Q, then it is denoted by not uh, P and Q or Q So this is also expressed by the phrase both P and Q are not, di ba? And, di ba? So check natin. So the order of the words both and not should always be taken into consideration. So thus the representations of the following phrases are P and Q are not both. Ayan. P and Q, di ba? Kasi, ayan. P and Q are not both. And P and Q are both not. So, nakaganito yan, yan, no? Not P and Q, di ba? Ito kasi not P, not Q. Ito yung N, di ba? N yan. Ito kasi or, di ba? Okay. So, the parentheses, brackets, and braces are used in symbolic logic in the same manner, and it's mathematical expressions. As an example, the proposition. For example, meron tayo dito. So if JM does not die, then Harold will not get any money. And JM's family will be happy. O for example, di ba? So nakita niyo highlight ko yan. Yung if, yun yung mga connecting natin, di ba? Then, tsaka yung not, tsaka not, and N. Ayan, yan yung mga connectives natin. So iayos natin. So, nakita natin, yung red, yung not, ayan. Yung green, yung if and then. So, not uli, and N. Ayan, okay. So, not, if, not, N. Okay, so yan yung gamit natin, di ba? Okay, for example, so yan. So, JM does not die. Pero hindi na natin pwedeng ilagay yung not. Kasi nga, pag inayos natin yan, yung PJM dies. Kasi nga, yun, yun yung connectives natin ito. Yan yun, di ba? So, ito yung ating P. JM dies. Parang ganon. Okay, next. So, yun yung magiging P natin. Di ba? So, next. Harold will get any money. So, hindi natin pwede dito ilagay ito not. Kasi ito na yan. Di ba? Okay. So, Harold will get money. So, that's will be the Q. Yung N na yon, di ba? Yun na yung N na yon. Yan, di ba? Yan yung N. So, James' family, which is to represent for the R, James' family will be happy. So, ito yung statement na mabubuo natin. Yan, di ba? So, yan. So, di ba? Actually, pwede mo naman, pwede rin to yung P across, not Q, and R. Yan, pwede rin yan. Sana naintindihan niyo. Okay. So, hanggang dito lang muna yung part 1 ng lecture natin, and then I'll be uploading already the part 2 of our lecture. So, maraming salamat. I hope na naintindihan niyo. So, kita-kita ulit. Ciao!